Welcome back. We're headed out to GFC camper once again. 6 months ago, I went out there to get this thing installed. With the 2020, it's got the fin on top. It's not compatible with the 2019 or earlier versions because it's a little bit lower. So I had to go back to the drawing board, raise that thing up a little bit. So we're heading out there this time. Hopefully we're going to get it right. Good thing about going out there is there's a couple spots that I want to go back and visit, maybe camp, do a little more sightseeing, and catch a couple trout. So let's head on out and make it an adventure of this thing. This red and black sticker is going to clash with my frame on the GFC. So, yep, it's gonna have to go. So it's been 6 months time, 11,000 miles thus far, and I can't believe the amount of burn-in from that decal. Faintly see it. There's a good shot of it right there. Before we head out, I'm gonna do a quick oil change with this oil again, and it's the brand. And oh my goodness, it hasn't blown up in the last 8,000 miles. Just replace the O-rings. There's one right here, and then on the back side right here, the little one goes. Tighten it back up, add 8.5 quarts of oil. Tighten her back on, just snug. And the same goes for the drain. And I think since we're going out west, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the skid plate back on. And that consists of only a few bolts. You go ahead and label everything when you take it off. So here's a 2020 skid plate and a 2019. We got the wings on the side. It's going to offer more protection, and since we're going into the winter time, I'm going to go ahead and throw this back on. I prefer having it off during the summer. Now off-roading, probably a little bit more airflow, keep things cool is the approach. Still driving. 6 hours into it, just went through Yankton. 2 hours with Dr. Laura. She said some pretty interesting things. One thing that she was pointing out is that it is a mistake for most 20-mile-an-hour headwind, so yeah, the GFC is not gonna probably improve that any. Only 5 more hours to go.
Welcome to Montana.
All right, a couple more hours to be there. We're getting around 16 and a half or so. For mileage, the wind's died down. Long drive, marathon drive. A bed would be nice. And maybe a toothbrush. It's been 6 months, I feel like I'm getting to know the place. Let's give it one more try here. There she is. Looks good. I'm gonna test it out. So funny story. I show up and I look at the GFC camper, and I could have swore that I ordered an orange frame, and the frame is space gray. So I asked him about it, and by now these guys have to be like, man, just get this guy out of here. We're done with him. But I went back, checked the records, and actually I did order a gray frame. So that was kind of interesting. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. And that's, we got the canopy. Right, and I've got a bunch of like non-camper items, but it's really cool. One thing I'm not too happy about is the seal isn't great on the back, and that's the only thing that I've noticed thus far on this. But GFC camper definitely is a sweet setup. It is kind of pricey though. Very light weight. Right by the highway. Let's see if there's one up underneath the bridge. Oh yeah. Just look at that beautiful fish. And look what he ate. Oh, but there he goes. There he goes. Wow, that's awesome. Some pretty nice places to choose from. Water rolling down, that's awesome. Get out of the way. Get! Alright, this is first camp here with the Go Fast camper. Nice sunset. It's gonna get cold tonight. And this is the full size, it's the XL. But yeah, you know, these panels right here, you can kind of move them around. You've got 2 half panels and 2 full panels. Lights. Got some carabiners up here. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall and I can extend my arm all the way up and not touch here at the end. So plenty of room to move around in here. And we're gonna call it a night. Go ahead and shut this thing down. I'll get a little better organized. Yeah, for hot weather we have this fan, but it also comes in handy when you get a little smoke in here. Go ahead and blow that right out of the window over here. All right, so we use the cooler for the step. We've got our Milwaukee Light lithium ion. That thing will last for a long time. And we've got our sleeping bag and our panels. I like the 2 large panels to be on that side and then just be able to hop up and down here. So I think we should get a pretty good night's sleep. Bundle up. See you in the morning.
It's pretty light. Amazingly, at nighttime it gives it a little bit of light into the tent as well. Time to get up, move.
So I was told you could leave your bedding in here as long as it's fairly thin and fairly able to be broken down when you put down the tent. So then I don't have to put it away. Get it back out later tonight. Put these up so they don't get caught all around, and we'll do the standard first time fold. Then another thing is to make sure your zippers on your pads are tucked in so they don't get caught as well. And of course, your center sections, you can put your zippers on the in part before folding it down. Like I mentioned before, I'm just leaving my bedding in here because it'll be able to be mashed. with it. But finally got those pins in where they're supposed to be without anything off the sides. And we just go ahead and snug these up. Smells like campfire. Smell of pine trees. Nice breeze. Camera does not do justice to these types of views. The imagination of how all of these things were formed millions of years ago. Absolutely beautiful. Some dangerous areas here also. Little tiny guy, but he's not bleeding. We're gonna let him go. And there he goes. Mission accomplished. Oh yeah, nice one. Go ahead and backpedaling. A lot bigger than oh my gosh, a lot bigger than I thought. A lot bigger than I thought. Look at this beautiful fish. Absolutely gorgeous fish. And we're gonna let him go. Beautiful. Wow, my day is made. And grizzly right there. I was just over there.
It's a big group. It's got to be on a kill because he'd have just been sitting there.
Bear sighting brings everybody in. The view of the Tetons. It's hazy today. It's cloudy. I guess it's rare for them to be seen when it's super clear. Back in Jackson. Pretty bustling. It is busy. Mostly masks. Smoky. Can't see the aspens, but they're turning. Perfect timing. First week of October here. I don't know, this might be just as good as any. Got a picnic table here. A fire pit with no wood. Gonna use a picnic table to do a little grilling. Can't beat that. And we got some friends over here. Don't know how long they'll stay around. All the pads are dual density foam. The blue is a little bit softer. And so far, it's been pretty comfortable. I'm a side sleeper and not uncomfortable. Here's a little manufacturing detail that I like on the pin. It's chamfered and it makes it easier entry into this. So sometimes you got to push down on this a little bit extra. And this little pin, actually when you're tightening it up, it doesn't need to be super tight, but it rotates and it also slides in and out. So a couple of nice things to take note of. When you're seeing this for the first time, I don't even think I've got into the heart of the real country yet. Utah. That canyon is huge. Check out all those trees. The greenery right there. Been growing for many years. Country we haven't set foot on, we don't even know. It's craziness, absolutely. Takes your breath away. Some of these views. At this elevation of around 9,000 feet that there are sea urchins and other fossils, sea life, up this high, which is amazing. Pretty small reservoir. But I saw a sign where they said this is where the raptor dinosaurs hunted. So this is it, I guess. So here we are down in the creek bed, shortcut to see the pictographs. Trying to save some time here because I got someplace to be. They look authentic. Not authentic. Some people. I'm not sure about that. It looks pretty real. These formations really make your imagination wander. Right now I'm making sure, hoping that I don't meet a rattlesnake. That's pretty cool. Okay. So drop by and say hello. It's open range. Livestock. Gotta be aware of that. They could be anywhere. Come out and get you. Totally wreck your vehicle and your go fast camper. See, just like this one right here. Guy flying through. Say this guy just decides to pop out in front of you. Pure hamburger. Or steaks on the grill for tonight. They don't even care. Cold and windy up here at the top. Hey. So we're coming into the next stop here after the suns went down, obviously. And I'm pretty excited to be camping here. I saw a video a while back on this place. And I was like, I gotta go there just to check this out. So that's what we're gonna do. Wake up in the morning and hopefully it's gonna be a pretty nice view. Not a bad view. Early morning hike, checking out these columns of stone and rock. It's absolutely amazing. Every turn is a new view. Sun comes up, it changes the shadows. We've got some climbers over there on the rock. I saw another one over there. But just looking down this little valley, the layers of rock, you can see where time has caused it to fall down and pile up. You wonder how many years it's taken to do that. And these columns are left standing. There's a Titan. Absolutely a beautiful morning. About 1.5 miles in. We've got a ladder to get over to the trail. You could probably make the jump, but it's one of the things about hiking is when you have a goal and you don't reach it, you're always going to regret that. So there's been a couple times where I've wanted to turn around and just go back because I think, well, hey man, the views are pretty awesome. Let's get back on the road. But I have to get around Titan and see the other side. Otherwise, it's something that I would regret. So trudge forward here in the coolness of the morning. It is pretty, actually it's pretty warm already, but I'm saving my water for on the way back. It's a large rock being eroded away. To think about what earthquakes can do also to all of these formations. Well, there we are. Well, I've made it, guys. I think this is the top. It's the backside. Look at all those spires. Absolutely incredible. I suppose if you lived around here, you could take a lot of time and go anywhere you want. Again, you can kind of see how those columns have collapsed through the years, and that's what's left standing. That's pretty cool. Once you're here, you're able to see it a little bit better. Kind of understand how things, to a small degree. Well, this is it. Back to the truck. And unless I see any mountain lions or snakes. That's where we're gonna end this. Nice little morning hike. Glad I did it. I actually didn't even know that I was gonna do that last night when I tucked in for the night, so rock on. This is interesting. It looks like gravel, big gravel chunks caught in here. Got these lines down here that probably took longer to develop. And then up there, you've got a bunch of chunks. That whole area right there. It's a bunch of chunk rocks. Look like they're stuck in mud. And that's just the way they were frozen in time. And that thing right there looks like a boot. And there he is. Back. Gotta get some tacos from Chamayo's for sure. No joke, coming down the mountain 22 miles per gallon from Frisco on this tank. So far since I've had it installed, actually I'm getting about 17, which isn't bad. It shows how much headwind will make a difference for us. There's virtually no difference with the Go Fast on there. And I've got some things in the bed too. So probably no reason to worry about alignment issues or anything like that. Quality construction. These brackets go right into the rail system. That's nice. You can lock yourself out of here if you push these down. So be aware of that. Got that space gray, which actually is like a custom. It matches perfectly to the cement color that Toyota manufactures. And up here we've got the screws where you can kind of custom make your mounting and fittings. I'm going to want to do something here with the window to block that off. Either Velcro, strap some cloth to the bars for some privacy. And then you got your third brake light right here, where we'll have to wire that down in order to make that work. But overall, this is a very nice, well-constructed piece of art.